Megamaniacs, this is Mr. MegaManFan with another edition of Genesis Does, and you're looking at Sorcerer's Kingdom by Trico. And if you're saying, well, who the smeg is Trico? You're not the only one. I had to look it up. And according to the always accurate Wikipedia, Trico, also credited as Trico Corporations Limited, American Trico, and Trico USA, was a game developer and publisher in Torrance, California from 1990 to 1993, a subsidiary of the Sammy Corporation. Their games include Warsong, a translation of Langrisser 1, Fighting Masters, and guess what? Sorcerer's Kingdom. But I guess they produced a few arcade ports as well. According to, again, the always accurate Wikipedia, they made Atomic Robo Kid, Street Smart, Task Force Harrier EX, and the only one that I think I'm actually familiar with of those arcade games, Twin Cobra. So it seems to me like Trico had a short and mostly undistinguished career as a publisher and developer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Sorcerer's Kingdom is a bad game. In fact, I honestly had no idea. I've had this loose cartridge for so long, I kind of forgot it was even in my collection, but as always, when I'm doing research for episodes of Genesis Does, I look around to see if a game has been on any comparable platform from the same era. This I mentioned specifically because Ryan Taylor brought it up in commentary recently when he said, I love this series, and I love that you do games that are exclusive only to Sega Genesis. And I said, well, sort of, Ryan, because if it's on Virtual Console and that came out like 20 years after it originally came out on Genesis, I don't really care that it's no longer exclusive at that point. It just has to be exclusive to Master System or Genesis in the era that it comes from. If it wasn't on Super Nintendo at the same time as the Genesis, that's fair game. If it wasn't on Nintendo at the same time as the Master System, that's fair game. And I'm also counting Famicom and Mega Drive in those assessments. Anyway, this game seems to be rather heavy on the plot exposition. Near the king's castle in Landale was a young boy whose father was known as the Adventurer. He left to destroy the evil and never returned. Now, following in those same footsteps, the young boy sets out. He asks the king's permission and anxiously awaits the decision. Oh me, oh my. This feels sort of like a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past style top-down RPG, but I assume it's going to deviate greatly from it as I continue playing. Meanwhile, let's take a quick look at the actual entry for Sorcerer's Kingdom as opposed to the one just for Trico. Sorcerer's Kingdom allows players to control a party of characters and guide them through dungeons and battles. Well, no shoot, Sherlock, really. A role-playing game where you control a party and battle through dungeons. Never heard of that before. The game features a turn-based movement battle along a grid. Each character can move, use an item, or defend, or attack an enemy that is next to them. Oh, so it's kind of like an RTS meets an RPG. If an enemy is not in the adjacent space, the character can move next to them in order to use a physical attack, or they can use a spell to cause damage from a distance. The game ditches experience and allows characters to increase their stats as they battle certain ways. Well, this does actually seem like it's a fairly innovative game then. It's not quite as Legend of Zelda Link to the Past as I thought on first glance. By continually using spells, for instance, a character's magical stat will increase after the enemies in a battle are all defeated. During battle, every enemy may move once for every action any party member takes, leading to enemies having a larger number of attacks than the player's party. Well, that's foreboding. If you got a whole screen full of enemies, you're probably screwed. Let's see if that's the case as I progress to the west. Go west, young man. This actually reminds me more of Chrono Trigger, where you can actually see the enemies and you don't just get random encounters. So, let's see if I can open this chest. No. Not having much luck getting it open. Well, maybe I'll just fight a monster. I'll hit you, you hit me. We'll take turns. Let's see who wins. That seems like I'm doing pretty well so far. Although the fact there are multiple enemies on the screen. Ouch! Ouchie, ouchie, ouch. Now I'm almost dead in just a heartbeat. So, time to get my ass out of here. Yeah, flee. We need to flee. So that takes me back to the beginning of the area. I'll go back to town. Maybe I can heal up somewhere. Can't use any magic. I don't have any magic, so I can't use a cure spell on myself. Do I have any items? I have equipment, a basic shield, basic boots, basic this and that. It doesn't appear like I have any potions. Oh, I gotta go to an inn then. Gotta get some rest at an inn. Yes, I'll do my best. I do like that you don't have to hit a button to talk to the NPCs. You just walk up to them and they start spouting whatever. Well, I'm not getting across this bridge. A bridge too far. And you can't go up. And you can't go down. So, is there an inn somewhere in town here? Okay, to the south, to the east, to the west. Okay, that's all fine and good. But I need to heal up. Yeah. Maybe I can find an inn somewhere along the path. Okay. Monsters have invaded the plain. Let's take a look. Yeah, I see, quite a few. Can I sneak by them somehow? I don't want to start a fight with only 20 hit points or I'm gonna die. Okay. Looks like I can basically crisscross my way around them and evade them. Only to reach a dead end. Can't go up, can't go down, can't do anything but return to the area I came from. So, all that work for nothing. So, avoid these ugly looking bugaboos and get my ass back up to where I was. Need to find some place to rest. Heal myself, it's for the best. Here we go. We got a nice little town here. We're woodcutters. The kobolds have overtaken everything. So I guess that was the monsters we were dealing with before, was kobolds. Okay. The trees in Laruk Wood are the best for lumber. Good to know. Finally, an inn. It'll cost you 10 gold. Great. Now how was I supposed to do that? I have no money. Everything is stronger than me. And I don't want to save over any of these save files on here that are better than mine. Gee, I wonder how old the battery is in this thing and it still works. That's kind of miraculous. I mean, what was the copyright date on this game? Let me see. Japan, February 6, 1992. North America, June 6, 1993. Holy freaking crap, this game is over 25 years old and the battery's not dead. I might want to replace that sometime soon, but I might also want to back up the data before I do. Kind of a catch-22 there. Maybe I can get some gold out of one of these treasure chests. Let me see. Okay. Oh, great. Somebody started a battle with me. All I wanted to do was open a chest. I don't want to get in a fight with only 20 hit points. Let's try this move thing since it said I could do turn-based movement a number of squares. No, I don't want to fight. I want to move. I want to move. I don't want to fight. I want to move. Get me out of here. Oh. Mega Man is dead. Yeah, except he didn't explode with 8 different directions of bursting robot parts. Trico, Sorcerer's Kingdom. You know what? Since I'm back to the title screen, let's try one of the saves that's on here. Mr. X is kind of appropriate for Mr. Mega Man fan, but I swear to you, I didn't create that. So maybe this character is a little stronger, a little more leveled up. Although he doesn't have a party with him, and this game mentions that you can create parties to adventure. So maybe they didn't get that much further in the game than I did. They do have more hit points and looks like basically the same equipment, so they haven't leveled up that much. Oh boy. Why do I get the feeling this is one of those games that a lot of people played for 5 minutes, saved, and then never played again? I'm sort of getting a distinct feeling that Sorcerer's Kingdom did not really catch on with people. But let's see. Let's go back to those kobolds or whatever they were to the south. Let's see if I'm any stronger. Oh, they're called bugbears. I did 0 damage, and I got slaughtered. Okay, I'm no good at Sorcerer's Kingdom, but it is a Genesis exclusive. I'm Mr. Mega Man fan. Thank you for watching.